Hello, kind citizens. It is I, the Good Brother, reporting to you live for an exclusive episode of Area 757 TV. I told y'all you can just call me Mr. Catastrophic Disclosure because the government has forced our hands. Again, the Pentagon has continued to lie, deny, and now this is what you get. We got a first-hand whistleblower, y'all, coming forward with footage tonight on News Nation. Shout out to Ross Coulthart, who said he's been working on this story for years. Shit is about to hit the fan, y'all, and I am super excited because I've been saying it for years, along with different other podcasts that been speaking on the truth. And let me say this, y'all. Once disclosure does happen, whether Trump comes out or some high state official does say everything we've been saying is true, no new podcast. No new fans. If you haven't been in the trenches, y'all, if you haven't done your research, if you haven't done like me and been to Area 51 and been to a secret government facility, shut the fuck up. I see all these new podcasts coming out the woodworks. If you ain't been doing your podcast since like 2023, shut the fuck up. We don't give a fuck about what you have to say. Don't just jump on the bandwagon. I gotta say that, y'all. I remember when COVID first was coming out before it even hit the States, and I was telling people, hey, get ready. This shit is gonna come. They're gonna lock us down. I see what's happening. Because again, I've always been doing my research. People was on Facebook calling me crazy, calling me a conspiracy theorist, debating me, and I still got those posts where y'all was debating me. I keep receipts, y'all. And then once we were on lockdown and COVID happened, whatever conspiracy you want to have behind that, but we were on lockdown, everything I said did come to fruition. Motherfuckers was coming to me up at work like, bro, you are right. I'm sorry. I had people begging me for toilet paper that, was debating me, saying shit won't gonna happen because they knew I had, already got all my essentials and stuff. I wasn't even a part of the chaos. Because again, the good brother stays ahead of the curve. But this isn't about me because this is big, y'all. What's about to happen. This is a first-hand whistleblower. And there are going to be more. Apparently, there's going to be 3 other first-hand whistleblowers to collaborate this story. But enough of me talking. Let's listen to Ross Coulthart, who is on News Nation with Lou Elizondo, kind of briefing us on what's about to happen in this epic interview. So pay attention, good people.
I say I'm very convinced that Jake Barber is a former top Tier 1 military personnel. He's served at the highest levels of the US military, the US Air Force. His service is corroborated by 3 people on the program and 2 of his colleagues who've worked with him on what he euphemistically refers to as the range where these objects were recovered, backing his story. And they are also former Tier 1 operatives, the very highest elite of the US military. We've been able to confirm Mr. Barber's service with him. We've been with him when he's gone to give evidence to the Senate Select Committee for Intelligence, and we've been watching over his shoulder as he's also briefed ARROW, the Pentagon's UFO office. And it's quite clear everyone's taking his information very seriously. The big question is anybody going to do anything about it?
What's an HI?
You want to take that question? NHI stands for non-human intelligence. It's basically, Chris, the vernacular that's used now to describe something that is not of human origin, basically a biological specimen or a technology that's created by something that is intelligent but is not human.
What do you make of that, Lou?
Well, look, if this turns out to be legitimate, then you're talking about a story that's probably even bigger than the 2017 story the New York Times broke when I first came out and some of my colleagues. This is a Tier 1 operator. So think of the best, people who've been psychologically evaluated on a regular and continuing basis. They have top secret security clearances. They take drug tests, polygraph examinations, and they are really America's best of the best. They're our finest operators in special operations. So whenever anything bad goes down, these are the folks that you call to go and fix it. And so when you have someone of his caliber coming out to have this conversation with the American people, that says a lot. People better be paying attention. If it turns out what he's saying is legitimate, this is going to be perhaps one of the biggest stories, frankly, over the last 50 years, perhaps.
Ross, what are the questions for you after what we'll learn in the special tomorrow night?
Look, the simple fact is There's a problem, Chris. The Pentagon is consistently trying to evade answering questions on this subject. They've told us that they have confirmed that Jacob Barber's claims have been made, that they're aware of the claims, but they're maintaining their persistent claim that there is no evidence of any programs regarding the possession of reverse engineering of extraterrestrial materials. And I can tell you, Mr. Barber has overwhelming evidence. That evidence was provided originally to Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick by a member of his team, including imagery. And for some reason, that imagery and other data disappeared when the new ARRO director, the new Pentagon UFO boss, tried to investigate this material. He couldn't find it anywhere in the Pentagon's UFO office. It would appear someone had lost it. And I think what's going on here is the ARRO, the Pentagon's UFO office, is being used as a foil. It's basically being used by the Defense Department to try to fob off any further public transparency. And frankly, I think we're now on a slippery slope because Mr. Barber, as a whistleblower, is just the beginning. There are many more in the sidelines.
All right, y'all. So you just heard from Ross Coulthart and Lou Elizondo about this firsthand whistleblower coming forward. Jake Barber, who has actual images for us, he's about to show. I'm super excited, y'all. Like I have always said, this is the greatest lie ever told to humanity. And like I've been saying for years, if you have not already been talking about this subject, shut the fuck up. No new faces. There's a lot of bandwagoners coming on here. If you ain't been in the trenches, if you ain't been doing your research, don't come along now. And that's a lot of people. Once disclosure does happen, whether that's President Trump or whatever head of state that does give us official capital disclosure, basically, it's a lot of people that's going to have to shut the fuck up, whose credibility is shot. And I'm going to do a whole episode. That's going to be my post-disclosure episode. People who now have to shut the fuck up. And guess who's going to be number one on that list? Neil deGrasse Tyson, who's been a alien UFO denier for the longest. Also, some of y'all debunkers like Mick West, who's a famous UFO debunker. So trust me, I can't wait for that post-disclosure episode. The people who now have to shut the fuck up. We will be in a new era. So I'm super excited to see what's going to go down tonight. I'm waiting to see these images. And one thing I want to say, because this guy, Jake Barber, said that it was an egg-shaped UFO. And if you've been doing your research on UFO lore, you knew it was an officer that came forward back in 1964. I believe his name was Lonnie Zamora, who was an officer who said he saw an egg-shaped UFO craft. Same thing, so it's starting to make sense. The pieces are starting to come together, y'all. So again, those that been in the field doing this research, shout out to Vetted, who I took some of this footage from his show. Shout out to a lot of these shows that have been speaking on it for years. Jeremy Corbell with Weaponized, another show I watch, That UFO Podcast. A lot of people that have been in this field for years. So again, no new faces, y'all. If you haven't been talking about this subject, if you ain't been putting your reputation on the line when people was calling you crazy and saying you don't know what you're talking about, shut the fuck up. It's going to be a lot of apologies in line once all this stuff surfaces and the truth come out. And I've been doing the videos. You can see my research. I've talked about my own UFO experience here in Virginia Beach, Virginia, where people are pushing me to write a book on that. So stuff me, things are coming down the pike. I'm getting interview invites and stuff. So things are changing, y'all. And I'm super excited. So pay attention. It's at 8 o'clock tonight, Eastern Standard Time. News Nation. We about to get some answers, baby. We going catastrophic. You know I love this. This is what I live for, y'all. So I just want to shoot this quick video. This is the Good Brother signing out from Area 757 TV. Pay attention and keep your eyes to the sky and don't believe the lies. Peace out.
Hello and welcome to On the Record. Flying saucers, extraterrestrials, monsters from outer space. The government has been telling us for years that they're not real. They're weather balloons or swamp gas or reflections from the sun or the ravings of lunatics. But serious UFO researchers say a breakthrough may be very close. Some of the government scientists who worked on the top secret project, Blue Book, are ready to talk.
Listen up, I got a story to tell. It involved UFOs that crashed in Roswell. I learned the truth and it gave me the chills. It's time to choose people, you want the blue or red pill. Cause either way it's gonna be hard to swallow. Whether the moon is a base or Earth is hollow. I mean it's definitely not flat. We gon' stick with the fact that our government know where the alien bodies